Hi everybody, my name is Ty and I have Hodgkin's lymphoma, or as some of the doctors like to call it, Hodgkin's disease. Um, Hodgkin's is a blood cancer, and I have been dealing with this for about a year now. I was diagnosed March 11th, 2011, and I'm doing this YouTube video, more therapy for me, and maybe my hope is to kind of help somebody else out that's going through the same thing, give them, a little bit of hope, a little bit of encouragement, because you can get through this. You just have to want to. You have to fight. You have to fight it. I'm just going to take you on my journey, where I've been and where I'm headed to. Like I said, I was diagnosed about a year ago. I had a lump on my neck right there. Had it biopsied twice. And both times they showed Hodgkin's. I initially went to the hospital because I had a mass on my lung. They thought it was pneumonia. Well, it turned out to be pneumonia, but the Hodgkin's was the real reason I was having all of these weird side effects. I was having night sweats and a terrible cough. So I was diagnosed with the Hodgkin's, and I started treatment March the 25th, 2011. That was my first round of chemotherapy, ABVD. One of the scariest days of my life, I can say. I didn't know what would happen. I didn't know what the side effects would be. I still hadn't grasped the concept that I had cancer. So I did that. Did the ABVD. Up until August the 25th, so about 5 months, 16 cycles, every 2 weeks on a Thursday. That's where I was for about 8 hours. And chemo. I went through that. Wasn't as horrible as I thought it would be. I didn't lose my hair from that. But eventually, it did come out. But it wasn't from the first round of chemo. But ultimately, that didn't get the cancer into remission. So, in about October, went for another scan to see if the cancer was gone, or what was it doing, and actually had started coming back again. So it had died down a little bit, and then it was starting to I guess reemerge. It was coming back. So my oncologist, great person, really great person, he decided that we need to take a more aggressive approach. So he told me that my only alternative would be to have a bone marrow transplant. That was my greatest the greatest odds of me getting into remission. So at first it was like completely off the table. Didn't want to hear about it. Didn't want to do it. nothing. But then I talked to my family, and I have kids, so what can I do? I mean, I have to have a bone marrow transplant. I have to fight. So we decided that I was going to do a salvage chemo, and we came up with ice. So he let me enjoy my holiday, and after Christmas I started hospitalized chemo for 2 days. I went in on Monday and came out about early Wednesday morning. So I did that. That was a little more, the first time it was, it was something, because I had to be away from everybody, so it was a little more stressful on me. And that was, like I said, that was a little more stressful on me. So excuse me, we did that. We did the ice, and with the ice, my hair started coming out in clumps. So I made an executive decision and decided to cut it off before my next treatment of ice. And I did, and I realized that it was just hair. It'll grow back. As much as I loved it, it was superficial, kind of. So me and my youngest child decided to chop it off, and we chopped it off, and here I am now. It's starting to grow back a little bit, but I don't know. It'll probably all come out again when I start my bone marrow transplant. But we did the 2 rounds of ice, and then I met with the bone marrow transplant team where I'm going to have my stem cell transplant at. And we got my stem cells harvested, that was pretty interesting. I'm scared of everything. I'm scared of needles. I don't know why. I'm just scared when they access my port right here. I'm scared of that too. I'm just scared of everything. So, anything sharp. So I thought that was going to be much painful than it was. It really wasn't that bad. I got all of my stem cells harvested in 1 day. I'm awesome. So I did that. So they're sitting on ice somewhere, waiting for me to get the okay from the doctors and come on up there and have everything stripped down and brought back up. When I say that, I mean I'm gonna get extremely high dose chemo, and it's gonna be 6 days of that, and then they're going to inject my stem cells back into me so that they can restart my immune system. So the way that they said, I'll be in like an infant stage. It's pretty interesting. So that's about it. I mean, it's hard. I have hard days. I have good days. I still have some great days. I just know that this is something that I have to go through. God wanted me to go through it for a reason. I'm not sure what that reason is, but I know at the end of all this, I would have figured it out, or I'll be on the right path to figuring it out. But throughout all of this, I have stayed healthy. I haven't been sick. I have my few days after chemo that I was sick, but I haven't been sick whereas though I need hospitalization or anything like that. So, I mean, it sucks to have cancer, but in another hand, it's just like, it could be so much, it could be so much worse. It could be worse than this. I could be worse. It's the only way I can think of saying, the only word I can think of. So I guess that's it. It's my first YouTube video. I don't really know what to say. I just know I wanted to say something. It does get better. As long as you can fight, it's worth fighting for. Life is worth fighting for. So, I'll tell anybody in a heartbeat. If I had to, I'd do it again. Wouldn't want to, but I'd do it again. Because this last year, and like I said, it's not over yet because I haven't gotten my stem cell transplant yet. But this last year and a half, if this is going to add 10 extra years to my life for me to enjoy with my boys, then I would do it again. So, just stay positive with your journey. Just, that's what I've done. I've stayed positive. Don't hold it in. Don't hold anything in. Just let everything out. If you feel crappy, you're entitled to feel crappy. You can feel however you want to feel. You have cancer, hey. That's the way I look at it. I'm entitled to have any kind of day that I want to. So I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will keep you updated when I go into the hospital for my bone marrow transplant. Bye.